Hi everyone, our topic today is the DNA of intelligence, genes, environment, and ethical frontiers. I'll begin with the introduction and background. Human behavior is shaped by a combination of biology and environment. While genetics provide the blueprint, the environment helps refine and develop it. One of the most fascinating traits that scientists have studied in this area is intelligence. So, when we talk about genetic behavioral traits, we mean characteristics of behavior that are partly influenced by our genes. These traits affect personality, memory, learning ability, attention span, and even emotional response. Genes play an important role in how our brain develops, how neurotransmitters function, and how cognitive processes take place. But importantly, no single gene determine behavior. It's the result of many genes working together along with the environmental influences. So, genetic behavioral traits, for example, memory and learning ability, can be linked to genes that regulate brain plasticity. Temperament, whether a person is naturally calm or energetic, can also be influenced by genetic variation. Attention span has been connected to neurotransmitter systems such as dopamine. Even creativity and problem solving are shaped by our genetic background, but they are also heavily influenced by life experiences such as culture, education, and nutrition. So, while some traits may run in families, that environment still plays a huge role in shaping how they are expressed. Intelligence as a case study. This brings us to intelligence, which is an excellent case study in behavioral genetics. Intelligence can be defined as the capacity to learn, reason, solve problems, and adapt to new situations. It goes beyond IQ. It also includes creativity, logical thinking, and adaptability. Intelligence is highly studied because it's measurable and yet still very complex, and it lies at the heart of the famous nature versus nature debate. Its intelligence inherited from our parents, or does it devolve manually through environment and experiences? So, the truth, as we will see, is that both play essential roles.
Hello, my name is Awfa, and today I'm going to talk about the key genes. Several genes have been associated with intelligence. The first gene we have the CHRM2, which is linked to the cholinergic system. This gene influences memory, attention, and how quickly we process information. The second gene we have is the DTNBP1. It's also known as a dysbindin. It plays a role in glutamate signal and synaptic plasticity, which are informed for learning and working memory. Finally, we have the APOE. This gene is important for lipid transport and neuron repair. The APOE linked to a higher risk for Alzheimer's diseases, showing how influences memory and cognitive decline. Now we are moving to the rules of twins and adoption studies. Twins and adoption studies give us a strong evidence. Identical twins who share all their genes have IQ correlation about 0.7 to 0.8. The fraternal twins who share about their half genes show that correlation is lower, around 0.3 to 0.5. This tells us that genes strongly influences intelligence. For the adoption studies, add to this evidence, they show that children IQs are strongly with the biological parents than the adoptive parents. So overall, genetics plays a major role, although the environment still has an impact. Okay, now we are moving to the last thing, which is the communication to brain functions. Genes linked 2. Intelligence shape neurotransmitter system, synaptic plasticity, and brain structure, which are together control how efficiently neurons communicate, adapt, and maintain health. This directly influences learning, memory, and higher cognitive abilities.
So, in this section, we will explore how genetic research can be applied, especially in the context of intelligence. First, let's look at personalized education. As genetic research advances, we could tailor learning strategies to each individual's genetic profile. For instance, by understanding a student's genetic predisposition for memory, attention span, or problem solving ability, we can design a more customized and effective learning approach. This means that the educational experience can be adapted based on each student's strengths, leading to better learning outcomes. Next is precision medicine, where genetic research could be used to identify individuals at risk for cognitive decline, such as Alzheimer's disease. By conducting genetic tests, we can intervene early, uh, potentially slowing or preventing the progression of cognitive diseases. Finally, in the field of neurogenomics, understanding how genes impact brain function could lead to breakthroughs in treating cognitive disorders or even enhancing cognitive abilities in healthy individuals. It opens up a new realm of possibilities where we can understand the very foundation of how our brain works based on our genetic makeup. While these applications hold significant promise, there are also important ethical concerns that need to be addressed. First, genetic discrimination is a major risk. For example, what happens if someone's genetic profile indicates they may have a lower IQ? They could be discriminated against in areas like education or employment, which could affect their life opportunities. This is why it's essential that genetic information is kept confidential and used responsibly. Alongside this is the issue of privacy and consent. As more people undergo genetic testing, the risk increases that personal genetic data could be shared or stored without proper consent. We must ensure that there are safeguards in place to protect individuals from having their genetic data used against them, especially as it becomes more valuable in fields like insurance or hiring. Lastly, there are psychosocial impacts of genetic testing. If people know about their genetic predispositions, it could affect their self esteem or social interactions. Knowing that certain traits are largely influenced by genes could lead to stigmatization or psychological distress for those who do not fit societal standards. Looking ahead, the integration of AI with neurogenomics holds incredible potential. AI can analyze vast amounts of genetic data to identify patterns that we might not see on our own. For example, AI could help predict cognitive abilities based on genetic information, or even find new ways to enhance cognitive function through gene editing. One of the most exciting prospects is the potential for gene editing. Technologies like CRISPR could enable us to modify specific genes responsible for cognitive abilities, essentially enhancing intelligence. While this could lead to advances in cognitive performance, it also raises significant ethical dilemmas. Who decides which traits are enhanced? And more importantly, should we be enhancing human intelligence at all? As we move into this new frontier, we need to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly. There's a risk that cognitive enhancements could lead to greater social inequality or be used in ways that are ethically questionable, such as making decisions about who is worthy of enhancement.
Hi everyone, I'm Xiong and I'll talk about environmental influences intelligence and how it interacts with genetics. Let's start with the famous debate, nature versus nurture. Nature refers to our genes. Nature is everything from our wrist to food we eat to school we attend. So when it comes to intelligence, which matters more? The answer is both matter and then interact. First, let's look at some key environmental factors. Education plays a hard role. A child who goes to stimulating preschool and has supportive teachers will often score higher on IQ tests than one who doesn't, even if their genes are similar. Nutrition is also essential. For example, lack of iodine or iron in earlier child can lower cognitive development. So even a child with high IQ genes might not reach their potential without proper food. Cultural and economic status matters too. Rich or educated families always provide more resources and stimulation. That's not genetics, that's environment. But what's even more interesting is how genes and environment interaction. This is where epigenetics comes in. Epigenetics means your environment can switch genes on or off, especially during childhood. For example, stress or trauma can turn off genes that help bring development. A rich, supportive environment can turn on genes that promote learning. So, in simple terms, you might be born with certain genes, but whether they work depends on your life experiences. In conclusion, gene might set the stage, but environment decides the performance. Or as scientists like to say, genes know the gun, but the environment pulls the trigger. Thank you. This is the end of my part.
Hello guys, I'm Insyirah Harun, and now as we come to the conclusion of this presentation, let's take a step back and reflect on what we have learned about the genetic of intelligence. So first, we have seen that intelligence is not shaped by a single factor. Instead, it is the product of complex interaction between our genetic blueprint and the environment we have grown up in. Genes provide the foundation, influencing brain function, memory, attention, and learning ability. But it is our environment that refines and unlocks this potential. Education, culture, nutrition, and life experience all play vital roles in shaping how intelligence is expressed. The case studies such as twins and adoption research clearly highlight the importance of genetics. Identical twins show higher similarity in IQ than fraternal twins, proving that our genes strongly contribute to the intelligence. But at the same time, environmental opportunity like access to the quality education and early stimulation can make a significant difference, showing that nature and nurture work hand in hand. And we also explore the role of key genes such as CHRM2, DTMBP1, and APO, which regulate neurotransmission, memory, and even long-term brain health. This demonstrates that intelligence is not simply about one's IQ but involves many or multiple aspects like creativity, adaptability, and problem solving. Beyond science, there are real-world applications. Genetic insights are already helping us move toward personalized education, precision medicine, and even the emerging field of neurogenomics. But with this opportunity comes serious ethical challenges such as privacy, genetic discrimination, and the psychological impact of knowing one's genetic predisposition. So, as new technology like AI and CRISPR continue to develop, society must carefully consider how far we should go in enhancing intelligence. So, what is the main takeaway? Gene may load the gun, but it is the environment that pull the trigger. Intelligence never fixes, rather,
It is dynamic, shaped by both our biology and our surroundings. This balance between nature and nurture not only deepens our scientific understanding but also reminds us of the importance of creating supportive environment where human potential can truly flourish.